Alright, hey everybody, Rabbit back here. Hope you're all doing great. Gonna share a new haul with you. Yeah, I got some really awesome stuff here. A couple things that have been on the want list for a very long time. This will just start on the left. I did get the other two Super Friends figures, Aquaman and Superman, and I think they're really, really nice. I think the cape on the Superman is super nice. Really like the S logo on the back of the cape. Aquaman is awesome as well. I've wanted this one for a while. Black cat looks great. Really love the Spider-Man that comes with it. The accessories and everything are awesome. Spider-Man is just really nicely sculpted. It's like a perfect comic Spidey. I did say I was going to skip this one, the Gladiator Hulk. I mean, truth be told, this look isn't really my favorite or anything. And, I do have the Marvel Legends, which I really like a lot. But yeah, you can't deny the select detail and paint. The Marvel Selects up there need a lot of dusting and reposing. So this Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man over here, I have wanted this since I started collecting.
Rail of Jade!
And got into the selects. It is fantastic. And the Spider-Man, now probably one of my favorite in my whole collection, which is hard to say. I say that a lot. But I just love how it's a McFarlane style Spidey. Proportions and sculpt are just amazing. The paint is superb. Just the perfect amount of black wash in the blue and red. And yeah, it's just an excellent Marvel Select. Then, yeah, I got this Fin Fang Foom Bowen mini bust. Oh god, wicked awesome piece. I love it. This one had been sitting in the wish list for a while as well. Since I started collecting these kind of heavily. It's just always been a super pricey one, but some random seller had it for pretty damn cheap. Again, I couldn't pass up on the deal, and yeah, it's great. I'll have some pictures of it out of the box later, but it pretty much looks just like that. It is limited to 2,000 pieces, and I want to say I got 950 something, so that's pretty cool. I did get some NECA stands, so another, I guess, yeah, definitely a mini grail, you could say. This 2-pack West Coast Avengers, I remember seeing it way back when, maybe one of my first, toy hunts to Walmart. It was on clearance for something cheap, and just at the time, I didn't know anything about these dudes. Not the kind of thing I was looking for, and then, I didn't realize how much I would be collecting these 2-packs. And then for some reason, the past few months, the price on this just skyrocketed to something stupid. Wicked happy to have this now. Just takes me back to that hunting trip when everything on the shelf was new, and got myself my actually very first AIM soldier for the MU line. It's a great figure, and yeah, you know how people like to charge a lot for the army builders, so I've just wanted one and never wanted to pay too much. Got some old Hasbro figures. The Mole Man. I think it's still a really nice figure. If they ever do a new one, gonna easily surpass it. Yeah, I gotta say, this is another one I saw early on in the collecting figures, and it was at my comic shop, sitting real cheap for a while, and I just had no interest. I remember too, the paint job was just not good. There was just, the nose in particular was super muddy compared to the rest of the face. I could have probably touched it up if it was a figure that I opened up, but it eventually, someone bought it, and then it seems like he skyrocketed in value. The bubble's practically off the card. It was from the Amazon, warehouse, as they put it. Then I have actually always wanted this beast. It is a pretty terrible figure, I guess, in all regards, but still, it's a nice sculpt, and I love any version of Beast. I really love the Marvel Universe Beast. It's too bad the Jim Lee style didn't get at least as good as a body as the Astonishing Beast figure did. So yeah, still one I've always wanted, but never ever wanted to pay, stupid price for. I did have a Amazon Prime trial when I made all these orders, so that was great to capitalize on that. But the seller described the Beast, as really rough packaging too, but actually it's just smushed in a little in the back, but hardly anything. Otherwise, it's in really good shape, and I'm going to keep him boxed up, because Obviously his articulation's dreadful anyway, but I am really glad to actually finally have it. But I can't wait for a new beast. I did get in the Ultimate Part 2 Freddy. Amazing, amazing figure. You can't say enough good about what you get for what you pay for with these. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a break in a long time. Definitely run them under hot water before I start to pose them. Yeah, although I will say, I do have the original one. Paint, mostly on the flesh and the eyes. It's just overall better on the original. And I noticed that about the Jasons as well, at least with the Part 3. As nice as they are now, and they're wicked nice, and if you didn't compare them, you probably wouldn't realize, but if you do compare them, you can see the paint was still nicer on the older ones, but still, it's a minor complaint. Fantastic box and accessories, of course. And to round off the haul, I got 2 figs from the Clayface wave. I love the packaging here. These figs are great, I think. Don't care for the unmasked head for the Batwoman, but the figure herself is amazing. I really do love the black plastic they used on her. It's just super nice and uniform through all the parts. It's all the same kind of matte finish. And the Superman is great as well. I really love the big S. It came out really clean. Do not want all the figures from the wave. Really, I just don't want that Martian Manhunter. I don't do DC TV, but the Clayface just looks too cool, and I really want to build it. So that'll probably do it for now. Really appreciate everyone watching, and old and new subscribers, and stay tuned for some collection video bits and more hauls coming soon. So okay, thanks everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace. Alright, so real quick guys, I do want to show I did some work to this Jane Foster Thor. After I took the Clone Wars figures out, I was looking at the Grievous. He's got a really nice cape. I thought the shade of red was, really nice, more like a burgundy. And when you flipped it around and, put it on a fig this size, it's just perfect scale. That kick-started my idea to pretty much I cut off the belt, and then, I trimmed off the hard plastic skirt pieces. And even though it's nowhere near as accurate now, she's got full use of the leg articulation. After I trimmed off plastic I didn't want, took an extra Jedi robe that I didn't need, and cut this up to be the skirt pieces and glued that to the inside of the belt. It wasn't easy because I had to do that once I put the belt back on and was ready to glue it back together, and also make sure that the glue on the inside didn't stick to the inside onto the figure, because I still wanted to be able to move the belt. Added some wash and kind of weathering to the edges, and had to touch up the paint on the belt from all the cutting. It's not perfect, but I am actually very, very happy with it. Randomly threw some more fabric on her wrist. Just thought it would, complement the other cloth pieces that are the same color. And, added a dark wash to the boot wrappings, and dark wash to the silver parts. I did take the head from the Jane Foster box set Thor, and the Mjolnir from that one to use for this one, because they're just much better.